If Rami was on clubs, he's missed his club. Let's see what he goes with. He goes big.
2,400.
2,400.
Let's see if this gets called. I think this is now a road for an exit for Bash.
For them, granted, yes, I totally agree. Their whole team is just amazing. They've got somebody to do everything.
Yep.
But from their end, they're going, holy crap, we could have built our own poker club, but there's no way. The Lodge had something going on really big. I always say that they brought the gasoline to the bonfire. We were already raging bonfire. And then these guys come along and pour a bunch of gasoline on the bonfire, and bam, it's an unstoppable combination.
Out of control bonfire party on 420. Perfect.
Exactly.
You're right about that. Like 6 o'clock, but I'm sure you have some
450.
more people.
All right, Scotland coming in with a 3-bet here, 450.
Yeah, I can see all the
more flexible situation nowadays for pretty much everybody.
absolute.
Carl, we are in Round Rock, Texas.
I just took a new job, so I'm retired for
It's around
4
like
more weeks.
one-ish.
I'm moving to
that's like
FTI,
boarding
management
time for them.
consultant.
Well, it depends where they are, right? Because like we're gonna have a lot of international.
TM with the Kojak coming along.
What's that?
Yeah, so like that's
Same school, yes.
Western Europe.
Mixing it up, getting a nice price to see a flop here with a suited wheel ace.
That's the pre-plan.
Looking for the steel wheel flop. Jack 9-4, 2 clubs, top pair, backdoor clubs for TM, top pair, better kicker for Scotland. Biscuits for mixing it up, as Turtle would say.
Yeah, that's when they're waking up.
Well, I think it's because like Europe, so Europeans can watch this time zone, whereas before you sort of 8 p.m. There's no Europeans cannot watch basically.
Going a little under half pot here with
It's
top
probably a little
top.
early for West Coast people, but if you don't have a job, you can still watch.
TM knows that Scotland's an aggressive player, so he could call sometimes, he could raise
For an hour
sometimes.
or two, but then now
Backdoor clubs, he's more enticed to call, I think.
most stuff. I think it'll do the best.
I think a lot of people, working remote, they're just going to turn it on in background even if they're working and things like that. It's probably a decent percentage of it.
Pairs of 4 on the turn, doesn't change much for either player. Scotland's going to feel real comfortable. Fading a lot of draws probably, so he's probably going to bet a little bigger this time.
Right now, we're just finally getting it going, and we're just
12 to 1400 range, probably where I would aim for.
I'm interested to see like how the studio ends up.
It's gonna be sick.
Yeah.
It's gonna be.
Are you going to be able to access it from here, like by knocking down some?
We're gonna knock down. You know where it says Lodge Mahal?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna go. No offense to the Lodge Mahal, and then it'll connect into the room next door.
Darth, if you go to the Lodge website, we've got 4 or 5 hotel recommendations, but anywhere in North Austin or Round Rock that you want to type in and play, you'll be close to the Lodge.
And eventually they're just going to run out of numbers.
But we've got a couple of discounted offers on
every tournament winner. You're going to run out of wall space pretty soon.
I feel like I'm the
our
only person
website.
not on the walls.
River is 5. Scotland's going to win this hand.
Everybody at
Pair.
this table is probably on the wall.
The question is, does
And a
Scotland go
better
for the
kicker.
shove, or does he go for smaller for value? He's got to know he has the best hand at this point. Very unlikely this is a trap, unless TM's sitting on the pocket 9s. That would make the most sense. But we know Scotland. He likes to ship the ship the chips in the middle.
Take all the red M&Ms out of my bowl.
Yeah. Water, 77 degrees.
Joseph, hello from across the pond. Glad to have you watching from the UK.
Banning?
I don't think you can ban masks.
Scotland thinking
Yeah, we're going to have a dress code.
You have to wear a sport coat?
Does go for all of it.
Only tank tops.
all in.
That might not be good for some people just because of the.
Oh yeah.
TM, it's gonna be a tough fold for TM.
He's putting the screws to him for sure. I think having the king of clubs actually helps, but he makes the call anyway. Oof.
Jackson 4s, 2 pair.
Never seen it. The double doesn't even.
Technically, 30 minutes delayed on YouTube. We do have a 30 minutes delay here.
Pot's too big. There's too many
Well,
bets.
the problem with the treble check raise is the guy has learned his
Raise?
license twice already. He's not going to fall for it a third time.
Call 100.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So he just checks it back.
6 100. Now 40 raised to 100.
Got
Oh,
one.
okay, gotcha.
You still want to call?
Yeah, I was gonna call 80, so I figured might as well.
Okay.
Not gonna get unstuck not playing any hands, so.
That's what they tell me.
Yes, Riverboat Lodges, bring your own. We have coolers, refrigerators all around the room, so if you want to bring some beer, you can put it in a refrigerator and go get it when you're ready.
Seti banks 2 pair here, top pair for Bash, who makes it 150 in position here on the button. Seti likely to go for a check raise from the big blind here.
Raise it 600.
But instead, Zach is the one raising from the small blind with a pair of 8s. Very, very ambitious with multiple players behind here, telling a story of a made hand, but instead it's the snowman. Nope, my apologies. Graphics had me going the wrong way. That wouldn't make much sense. It was Seti who raised, and now all is well in the world. He's the one that should be raising, and Zach should have been the one who's folding, and that's indeed what happened. Seti makes it 600, action back on Bash, and he makes the call.
Heads up. Turn.
Row, row your boat gently down the turn. Music to Seti's ears.
Look at
4s full. Still 10. Pair of 10s. Unlikely now that Seti's holding a set, so Bash is thinking maybe he's on clubs. Maybe it's pocket 5s, but 5-4 unlikely. 10's unlikely when Bash has a 10 of his own, so Seti makes it 825. This is likely to get called. Let's see if Bash can get away, losing the ace-10, king-10. I think Bash makes this call, yes indeed, and we're gonna go to a river.
Looking for one of the 2 remaining 10s.
Go to river.
That's not it.
Not the best card for action. Maybe if Seti was doing this with ace-high clubs, that now has Bash beat. I like to see Seti go for about a 1/3 pot sizing here. Something like 1.3 to 1.5. Don't want to see him get too greedy and go, but he is stuck. But I like to see something on the smaller side here, targeting a 10. If Rami was on clubs, he's missed his club. Let's see what he goes with. He goes big.
2,400.
2,400.
Let's see if this gets called. I think this is now a road for an exit for Bash. If this gets called, then I'll have to apologize to Seti, but I think Bash will be, oh, he's reaching. He's gonna make the call.
Ooh.
He's got it out there, leaning, carved out the calling chips, perhaps trying to get a read. This would be the maximum. And he gets the call there, so well played there from Seti. Gets the call at 2.4.
Oh, you haven't looked yet. I thought you were
No,
gonna
I
raise.
haven't looked at.
He's only gonna look at one.
Maybe. No.
It's like a baccarat.
I'm about, yeah, Baccarat.
Clock.
What if they pop
terrible.
the straddles?
Fold.
All right. It's looking good.
Baby, getting closer.
Yeah.
Fold. It's like getting a 2 set. 5.
Yeah.
And then getting another 2 set. With another 5.
Wow.
He might not even have
One
to look at
round,
his
2
hand.
around to 160.
Oh, no.
2 around to 160.
Oh, there we go. Give it one more.
500.
I knew I was right. Ronaldo, there was a Ronaldo from Brazil. Let's listen in to the table.
Call heads up.
Heads up.
Rami's got to defend that straddle with the suited king-9. Binks his 9 there. Vaults to the lead. Scotland now has a 7 for the straight to go along with his 2 6s that remain.
Log in. Unless you know
Usually
that
see
I
this
would
go
blind.
check, check. Rami could probably elect for a little bit
He's
of
just
pot
saying
control
that
here.
Now. He's like, now he's gonna overbet
He's gonna
the
fold
pot
some big
every
hands
time he
here.
has
Yeah.
value.
He's gonna fold some monsters.
The problem, Nixon, is I've been overbetting the pot when I had value here the whole time. But
Trips.
the
Rami
problem
now
has been the
very,
other
very
ones where I
comfortable.
don't have the
Looking
value.
across the table.
It's a simple fix. You figured it out.
Time to start building a pot, or does he want to play this pretty tricky? Scotland could possibly have a jack, a 7, so I like putting in a bet here, charge those draws, the spades. We are very deep stacked, so maybe Scotland has a hand like 6s that he wants to call with here for 625. Very possible that Rami could be electing to try and steal this pot right now. Hard to put him on trips. Scotland with 2 pair makes the call.
Guys complaining about this being a small pot. Come on now.
5 ball doesn't change.
Yeah, Rami's not going to be
anything.
worried about this 5. Going to be interesting to see what sizing he goes with here. Scotland stat checks, trying to get to showdown here with this 2 pair, but that's not going to happen. Rami goes 625. I think he'll go somewhat half pot here, like 1200. Maybe target an 8,
Usually do happen.
or perhaps a hand like 6s. I don't think he's going to go too big. Goes for a little bit more than 12. Was that 13 or 14?
Clayton, or 2 days ago, his name's Clayton.
Yeah, it's tall.
When
14.
he was in the box, like, I knew he was tall. But then he stood up.
Let's see how Scotland can make this call.
He could easily make this call. Rami just could be bluffing, telling a story here. There was lots of straddles on. Whenever there are multiple straddles on, you know, your thinking just gets a little off-centered. People just get excited and start going crazy, perhaps. Scotland beating all of the Broadway cards, although Rami would have probably raised that in his straddle as opposed to calling, you know, the ace-kings, the ace-queens, etc. Jacks-queens, he would be raising, losing to the 10s, the 9s, and 8, losing to a lot, but also beating a number of hands. So Scotland in a tough spot for 1.4, a nice size bet from Rami. Would have liked to seen a tad bit smaller. Scotland might be able to get away, very wise, but easily can make this call too. So let's see what he does. In the blender. Makes the call, he's gonna make the call.
He does, and he's going to get shown the 3rd 9.
Late straddle there from Seti. And then that gets added on by Doug and TM, so
You play 0 big blinds that day.
he's doing GFX today.
It's like you can straddle.
It is Chase.
Chase doing an excellent job, but this is gonna give him a little bit of a challenge there on those late straddles, but we'll allow it.
Yes, Chase was very excited. Got here an hour and a half early. When do I start? When do I start? He's very excited. I love that.
Zach getting after it here, 3-betting with all this dead money out there. Suited ace-5 of hearts. Some of the best hands today have been when the triple straddle is on.
A couple weeks ago.
Mr. Automatic, no rake ever at the lodge. It's an hourly pay. Cash games, it's $10 an hour after you become a member. We've got daily, monthly, and annual memberships.
TM looking to make a stand here. Enough is enough. 10-7 of spades. Going to defend the triple straddle. And he's going to see a 10 in the window with a wheel draw for Zach. Zach's not going to slow down. So Zach here, first to act, he's definitely going to fire. Probably about 500 to 600. Goes with 400. TM's going to snap that off.
That's how they get you.
Look at that zoom in feature on our cameras. How close we can get to Zach's. Good thing he shaved.
I think I see a little sweat from the forehead there, because this man going for the double barrel, 1.1K, and that gets snapped off instantly by TM.
Love the hat TM is wearing.
This pot
You just never know what you're gonna run into.
is getting large. TM fades. Definitely did not even want to see any overcards there, so he feels pretty confident. Going nowhere if he calls this whole way. Does Zach?
You could see the bubbles in the Tampico.
Zach's got to pull the trigger or shut down. All you can eat soda on the side or shut down, wave the white flag, and I don't see him surrendering. How much did he wager? Was it not all of it? It's 2K. That's going to get called. TM wastes no time there. Makes the call.
We know that the old lodge will be available for Lodge Championship Series. The middle area, a few months later.
Yeah. A lot more bathrooms coming in.
Oh, that's going to be huge.
I mean, we're putting on these big tournaments. You know, that's, you know, a necessity to what we're doing.
So there will be, what will be over in the old lodge? Just tables and supervisor. Will there be a cage, or will they have?
There is a cage. We're just going to put some extra tournament chips in there, but it's not. We're not going to be doing any of the buy-ins. So you're still going to have to come over here. We want all of the money centrally located, protected.
Yeah.
So if you do cash, you know, we'll print out your slip there, and then you'll just walk over to. It's honestly like less than a minute walk. You know, just come over here and you'll get paid out here and everything like that.
Open ender for SETI. He's going to continue his story.
And an 8 would be a hell of a card.
Doug would have flopped a flush here.
How's our boy Chase doing, by the way, on the action tracker? It's pretty.
Doing good. We're having a lot of luck with the help. Chase is in there. Kim did wonders on Monday, and of course Maestro Matt running the show here. Our new producer, Maestro Matt Sweeney.
SETI makes the Stone Cold Nuts.
Gotta love SETI.
One hand I beat.
It's a good vlog too. So many vloggers. I think it's the vlogging capital of the world right now.
Well, yeah, there's so many casinos that don't allow it. So when people come here and they find out that we're receptive to it, you know, you just have to ask for management approval. And I just ask that no faces are shown on there. You're just showing boards and your cards. So there's a lot of people that don't have that opportunity. I know a lot of people that I work with here worked in Encore Boston where Rampage first started, and you know, it was tough. He was trying to grow his channel and stream, and they didn't want the vlogs. They weren't allowing it. So it's kind of tough for people like him.